Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Last episode I showed you how to use the Cactuar Guardian Force with leveling your characters up to level 100 to increase their base stats. This episode, with my second recording attempt, I'm going to show you how to use the Devour command to further max out their stats, and before we start devouring, I'm going to show you how to use items that we've acquired throughout the game and amnesia greens to boost up some stats as well. I said this is my second recording. Let it be known, if you ever use fraps like I'm using, make sure you have enough hard disk space, because you don't want to get an hour of recording down and realizing you only have 10 minutes of video. But I digress from that. So first things, I'm going to show you how to use items, and then I'm going to show you every enemy in the game you can devour to gain stats, with two exceptions. First exception is, I could have held off and done the poo-poo side quest now, and I could have devoured the poo-poo to get one boost to my base speed. However, then you can't get the poo-poo cards, so I didn't do that. And there's going to be one of our party members coming up later in the game that we can devour a little bit from. I'm not going to do that either. First things first, I just want to show you my characters, and we're going to start raising some of their stats. So if I go to Junction, I go to Irvine first. First things first, I want to Junction Holy to his HP, because that's one of our best HP spells. You can see Irvine here, he's missing some stuff on status defense that I'm going to want to take care of. And he only has 2 elemental defense. He doesn't have elemental defense times 4. Well, we're going to take care of that. So first things first we want to do with him is, if we look at his abilities, he has an open spot here because I took one off. I want to put Vitality plus 60, because if we look here, he has 186 Vitality. So he's got 255 Strength, which is good. Basically, Squall and Irvine are going to be my hammers, just attacking people with limit breaks and whatnot. Renoa's going to kind of be the magic person healing and whatnot. So that's why I don't really care about Squall and Irvine's magic stat. They have pretty good spirit stats, so that's good. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to use an amnesia green. Now, if you remember, we bought these way back in Timber, I believe, like Disc 1. So I want to use this amnesia green. Let's see, I'll use it on Quetzalcoatl, because Irvine does have Quetzalcoatl Junction to him. So you can see here, he has Elemental Defense times 2 and Elemental Defense. I'm not going to need Elemental Defense, because he's going to be getting Elemental Defense times 4. So we'll go ahead, we will use the Amnesia Green. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to use an Adamantine. You remember we got these from the Minotaur card in order to mod weapons, but you can see that it teaches Guardian Force Vitality plus 60%. So we'll give it to Quetzalcoatl, and we'll go ahead, we'll Junction Irvine, and we'll give him Vitality plus 60. And there you can see he has 255 Strength and 255 Vitality. And in case no one remembers, 0 to 255 is the number limit, I think, for hexadecimal numbers, maybe? Anyway, it's the highest number the game uses for that value. So that's max strength and max vitality. Now what we need to do is we need to go to card mod, and we have to mod one of our high level cards. So right here is a selfie card. Selfie card refines into 3 elemental guards. Luckily I don't use selfie for card playing, and I only have a couple card games left to really play. So we'll go ahead, we'll mod her card, and we get 3 elemental guards. So now if we go to item, and let's see, where's Elemental Guard? It should be somewhere in here. Nope, it's going to be at the very end. Guardian Force learns Elemental Defense times 4 ability. So let's go ahead, let's use another Amnesia Green on Quetzalcoatl. We will have him unlearn Elemental Defense times 2. And now we'll just go ahead and we'll just use the Elemental Guard on Quetzalcoatl, and he will have Elemental Defense times 4. There we go. So now let's go back to Junction. We will give Irvine our Elemental Junction setup. So he's got life, he's got full life. Let's see, where there is Shell, and I think he already has Ultima, yep. So there we go. Irvine now has the 90% absorption of elemental attacks. So let's see, I got a Junction as magic. Yeah. Well, that Ultima really helped his magic. Let's see, I'll give him Thundaga, is that the highest? Higher than Regen? No, Tornado's going to be his highest. 84 magic, not great, but like I said, he's not going to be a magic player. And you can see he has card on his command abilities. That'll come into play in a little bit. So we've taken care of Irvine. Let's take care of Squall. Squall's really easy. Junction Magic, HP, Holy, and once again he loses his magic stat from Holy. Let's see. Flare, I guess, is probably the best. Is that going to be the best? Yep. Wait a minute. Irvine should have Flare. I'll be right back. Never mind, Irvine had Flare on his hit percentage, and I want to leave that there. So let's see. I Junction Holy to Squall's HP. I think all I have to do now... Yep, I just gotta give him his Vitality boost to 255. And you can see he actually already has Vitality plus 40. So we're gonna go ahead. We'll use an Amnesia Green. And we're gonna use it on Carbuncle. So Carbuncle, who already has some of the Vitality commands, has no need for Vitality plus 20. We'll relieve him of that. And we will use our Mr. Adamantine right here to learn Vitality plus 60. So now we'll go ahead. We'll Junction Squall again. We're going to take off the Vitality plus 40, replace it with Vitality plus 60. And there we go. Squall has 255 Strength, 255 Vitality, and a decent Spirit. So there's that. Now, Rinoa, on the other hand, you can see Rinoa, she has 170 Strength, 249 Vitality, 174 Magic. I'm actually going to get all of those up to 255, so Rinoa's actually going to kind of be a better player, believe it or not. And one of the reasons for that is Rinoa was at a lower level than Squall and Irvine, so when I used Cactar to level her up, she gained more base stats. So that's kind of the issue I had with Squall being at like level 55. He didn't get to gain as much in base stats as Rinoa did. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take Rinoa's HP plus 20 off. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to Junction Holy to her HP. Takes her luck off. Oh well, not a big deal. So we're going to go here, let's see. Arrow I think is the best, maybe? Meteor. What Tornado? Do I have Tornado anywhere? Oh yeah, it's on her hit percentage. It does more there. Okay, so now that she has her HP almost at 9999, that'll come into play later. What else I have to do with her now is I have to take, let's see, Junction Ability. Yep. Yes, keep health. So I have to go to I have to go to Call Shop. I'm going to go to the S-Star Pet Shop. I'm going to buy some Hypno Crowns. I'm going to buy 8 of them because I need 10 for an item for Rinoa. So let's go ahead, and now we have our 10 Hypno Crowns. We're going to go to Guardian Force Ability Medicine Refine that we learned from Eden. So you can see I can get as many Samantha Souls as I want. And the Hypno Crown. Oh, I bought 10 for some reason. Oh well. Number to refine, 10 to 1. So now I have a Royal Crown. So now if I go to Item, use an Amnesia Green. And I believe we're going to use it on Siren. Yeah, Siren, because Siren's Junction to Rinoa. So Rinoa doesn't need Status Defense Junction, because she has Status Defense times 4. So we'll unlearn that. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to use the Royal Crown right here. So Siren learned Magic plus 60, so now we'll go Junction Rinoa. Where is it? Magic plus 60. There we go. So that boosts her Magic up to 255. I want to boost her Strength up, so I'm going to have to use Hyper Wrist, and I think I'm just going to use Siren for that again. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to use an Amnesia Green right here on Siren. And like I said, Rinoa already has Status Defense Junction times 4. I don't need Status Defense Junction times 2. So we're going to unlearn that. And then here is the Hyper Wrist. Here's the Hyper Wrist that we got a little while ago. We'll use it on Siren. So now Rinoa will actually wind up having better stats than Irvine and Squall. 255 strength, 255 magic. I could give her an adamantine to level up her vitality to 255, but I want to show you that using the Devour command. So that's pretty good. Let me just make sure everyone has everything they need. Let's see, there's that. I'm just going over my notes. Believe that is all. Yep, Squall's looking good. Irvine's looking good. If there's something I forgot, I'll make sure to show it to you. Let's see. 4, 4. 4 and 4. Oh, there we go. I forgot. Renoa doesn't have status defense times 4. I have to give her status defense for times 4. That's what I forgot to do. Anyway, not a big deal. Let's see. Renoa. What Guardian Forces does she have? Diablos? Yeah, Diablos. Actually, Shiva will probably work. So let's go ahead. Let's use our Amnesia Green. I knew I should only have one Amnesia Green. What am I missing? Status defense. So let's see, Shiva. No, actually, I'll go to Diablos now. Now, one thing you could do is every Guardian Force has Magic, Guardian Force, Draw an Item as an ability. So you can unlearn all 4 of these on one Guardian Force to give someone spells. So let's unlearn Magic on Diablos. Nope, I said unlearn Magic. And now we will go ahead and we will use a status guard that we got. I actually forgot where we got the status guard. I think it was doing the Shumai Village side quest. So we'll learn that on Diablos. There we go. And there we go. Status defense times 4. I will fill these 4 up in 1 minute. I want to show you that. And I just also want to show you, if you didn't get the status guard in Shumi Village, I think we can card mod it. Let's see. Yep. Doom Train will give you 3 status guards, and Selfie gives you the 3 elemental guards if you are missing elemental or status defense times 4. So that's that. Another thing I do want to show you real quick. I got all of the level 6 boss and level 7 boss cards I was missing a couple rounds ago. And the guy I got them from in relatively quick fashion is the old guy in the seaside area, bus stop, or train stop in Estar. And if you remember, I showed you him in my Abolishing All the Card Rules video. So that's it for that right now. Now I want to show you how to get your characters their best status defense junctions. Now, everyone has status defense junction times 4. And to do that, we're going to turn on our high speed mode. We're going to try to... There we go. Fisherman's Horizon. And high speed really makes this nice and easy. I can actually talk to you guys, and let's see, go a little further. You can see how quick we're running by this. So I will meet you guys in the garden on the first floor. Here we are on the first floor of the garden in front of the directory. Now, once again, just to show you, Squall, his status defense, I'm going to take Pain off of his attack, take Death off of his defense, and give him Pain. So, this is kind of one of the best setups for your status defense for the end of the game. There's going to be a couple spots where we're going to switch one or two things up, especially for an optional boss right before we take on the last boss. We're absolutely positively going to need Death on our status defense. So, just to show you this, what I want is I want Renoa and Irvine to have the same setup. However, if I go to Magic, let's see, give you Pain. I'm going to give you Sleep, but you only have 7 Sleep. I'm going to give you Death, because you don't have... Well, no, I don't want to give you Death. I want to give you Pain. So Pain, and then I don't have Confuse or Berserk. And if we go to Renoa, Renoa doesn't have... Let's see, Pain. Where's Pain? Here we go. Pain. So Renoa has Confuse, but she doesn't have Sleep or Berserk. So how do we get Sleep and Berserk? Well, let's just run on over to the training center. And before you do this, you also want to make sure that everyone except for Squall, because he has everything he needs, has Draw and Draw. And you want Card on one of your characters, just in case you are doing a low-level playthrough, so you don't kill the upcoming enemies. I, on the other hand, I'm level 100. I don't care. So run in the training center. Just run around. Our first enemy we encounter should be a Grat. There we are. 2 of them. So what you want to do, you want to draw Sleep from these guys, cast it right back on them. So now that you've put the Grats to sleep, you can go ahead and you can draw Sleep, Silence if you want it, Berserk, and Confuse. So you can get all those spells you need, except for Pain, on your status defense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to draw Sleep for Rinoa and Irvine, then I'm going to show you other ways to get Berserk and Confuse. And just to show you, one way, these these monsters right here, they are level 100, they're level 80 or level 100. Below level 30, they won't have Confuse, and below level 20, they won't have Berserk. So if they just have Sleep and Silence, you're either going to have to gain some levels, or you're going to have to use Tonberry's level up ability to raise their levels in order to get those spells. If you don't have Tonberry, I will show you another way to get those spells. And the way you want to do that is once you've had your fill of drawing Sleep, you want to go ahead and you want to card these Grats. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw Sleep for Irvine and Squall, or Irvine and Rinoa, and then I'll be back to show you some other stuff you can do to get Berserk, and I'll show you the other way to get Confuse. So I will see you guys when I'm done drawing Sleep. Now I hit one of these Grats and it didn't kill me, but it did enough damage, so I should be able to use Irvine's card and turn him into a card. Let's see if I got a Grat card. Receive Grat card. Alright. So, if you don't have Tonberry's level up and you're not high enough level to get everything you want from the Grat, you see how I carded the Grat? Well, I can just go to Ability, I can go to Card Mod, and all my Grat cards right here will turn into Magic Stones. So let's see, I'll do a few Grats, a few Buells, there we go, it should be enough, I think. And now if I go to Junction, and I go to Status Magic Refine, and I go to those Magic Stones, where are you? There we are. One will refine into 5 Berserk. So Irvine, there you go. And Rinoa, there you go. So let's just go ahead, let's reapply those Junctions, Junction Magic. You can get Sleep. And Berserk. And Irvine, you can go ahead, you can get Berserk. Now, how do you get the Confuse if you don't have the Confuse spell? How do you get it? I'll show you that. So I'll see you guys in 1 second. I just gotta head to the area where you get it. So here I am, I'm on the 3rd level, I guess you would say, of the Central Ruins. Now, I took everyone's strength boosts off. So what I want to do is I just want to run around in here, and I should encounter... Here he is, a Forbidden. Let's hit him once with Rinoa. And let's see, where's Squall? Go to Magic, check out how much HP he has. Okay, so he has 16,000, so I can do a lot of damage with Squall, probably. So I just want to hit him. Luckily his stop's gonna miss us. So we received a forbidden card by carding him. And if we go to Ability, go to Card Mod, we can refine one forbidden card into one betrayal sword. So let's go ahead, let's do that. And now if I go to Status Magic Refine, one betrayal sword refines into 20 confuses. So let's give Irvine his 100 confuse. There we go. That's all you gotta do. So now we can go ahead and junction Irvine, and now everyone has the Sleep, Confuse, and Berserk Protection, which are the 3 main status elements that make you lose control of your characters. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to junction Irvine with Berserk, or Confuse. I'm going to put everyone's status attack, I'm going to put everyone's attack boost back on them, and I'll meet you guys back on that beach, and we'll start devouring. Now that we've gotten all that stuff out of the way, now I can do the Devour guide, which is kind of interesting that there is no Devour guide I've really found on YouTube. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to junction Squall, we're going to take Eden off of him. And we're going to go ahead and give Eden to Renoa. So now we will go to Renoa's abilities, and we'll take item off her, and we will give her Devour. Now, Devour works much like Card did. Basically, we need to knock someone's HP down enough to be able to devour them, just like we need to knock someone's HP down to card them. And we're also going to make use of Doom Train. So let's see, first things first, you want to run around in the beach, and hopefully we will encounter an Adamantoise, I think they're called, the huge turtles in Final Fantasy World. Real quick, while I'm avoiding fights with Fastidio Kalons, just want to once again show you Renoa. 249 vitality, so just keep that in mind. I'm just going to run around till I find that Adamantoise. Okay, so here are the Adamantoise of Final Fantasy VIII. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to use Doom Train on them, because Doom Train will reduce vitality and spirit to 0. A little bit of damage, no big deal. Yeah, the summons work a lot better with high speed mode. Okay. Now that Doom Train's done his part, you can see the sound doesn't match up completely. I want to scan one of these Adamantoise to see how much HP they have. So he's level 100, so he has 40,000 HP left. Okay, so now if I hit him, $8,000 damage, 5,000 damage, another 8,000 roughly, so that's 16, that's 21. We'll have Irvine hit him again. Why Renoa's stopped, I don't know, but whatever, I'll take care of that. There she is. So now if we scan him again, he's down to around 7,900. So I'm going to hit him with Squall. I'm not going to use my trigger because I don't want to kill him. Okay, so that did. So he's down around 2,000 HP, so we'll have Renoa use Devour. So that sound means Devour worked. If you get like what sounds like a sound, that means it didn't work. So this guy, he might be level 100, or he could be level 80. Let's see how much HP he has. Yeah, see, he's only level 80, so he only has 2,600 HP left. Or 26,000. So we'll hit him once. twice. 6,000. 6,000 plus 8,000 is 14,000. Irvine can hit him. Irvine, thank you. So now he's down to 23, I think, so we'll go ahead, we'll use Devour on him. And that sound right there means it didn't work. So let me just make sure he's low enough. Because sometimes Devour's not 100%, even when their HP's low enough. I just want to make sure I'm not going to kill him. He's around 6,000. Let's see. So if I hit him with Renoa, he should stay alive. Please, maybe? Nope, of course you got a critical hit. Of course that happened. So that's a risk you run into sometimes, is you're just so overpowered and then your character gets a critical hit. And you can see I got some adamantine for my troubles. Now if we look at Renoa now, her vitality rose up to 250. So the Adamantoise are the ones that you can get vitality +1 from devouring. So Renoa needs 5 more Adamantoise, so I'm just going to run around here, devour the 5 Adamantoise, and I'll be back once I'm done. And you hear that sound, that means Renoa has devoured yet again another Adamantoise. And if we just go ahead and skip through the ending animation here, we got some more adamantine, and if we look at Renoa now, 255 strength, 255 vitality, and 255 magic. So that's who you devour to get your vitality boost. We still have HP bonuses, strength bonuses, magic bonuses, and spirit bonuses. Like I said, I'm going to show you all of those. And that's all for this area. The next place we want to go is we want to go to the island closest to Hell. However, before we do that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put Blizzaga on everyone's elemental attack, because the 2 enemies I want to encounter there, well, they're kind of weak to ice-based magic. So there's that. So I will meet you guys over at the island closest to Hell. So here we are on the island closest to Hell. There are actually 2 enemies that I'm looking for on this island. So real quick, I'm just going to run around. The only changes and junctions I made are putting Blizzara on everyone's elemental attack, because the 2 enemies I'm looking for are weak to ice. Now, the only problem with the island closest to Hell, there's a lot of other enemies you can encounter. Okay, and here is one of the enemies I want to encounter. This is T-Rexaur. T-Rexaur will boost your strength by 1. I don't need a strength boost, but for completion's sake, I'm going to show people how to do this. So, just like most of the enemies we're going to encounter, Doom Train first. So Doom Train did his job. You can see this T-Rexaur pretty much has every status ailment on him. Where the hell's my scan? Scan, where are you? There you are. So let's see how much HP he has. Okay, so level 100 T-Rexaur has 73,000 HP left. So we're just going to start hitting him. Okay, so that's 20,000. 30,000. 40,000. 50,000. 60,000. 70,000. And Devour. And there we go. Like I said, if Renoa had less than 255 strength, she would gain 1 strength. So T-Rexaur are incredibly simply easy. So we can see here the next one I'm going to be looking for is a Ruby Dragon who will increase our HP. And you can see Rinoa right there has 8 HP short of the maximum HP. So I'm just going to run around till I find a Ruby Dragon. Finally, a Ruby Dragon. Odin didn't show up to take care of him. First things first, Doom Train. After Doom Train, we're going to scan. He's going to have 87, pretty much 88,000 HP left. Now, he doesn't have the same status elements that T-Rexaur had, but because he's still weak to ice, we're still going to do a decent amount. So that's 8, that's 18,000. Okay, so that's 26,000. And one thing I want to say is that Ruby Dragon, like I said, will boost your HP. I believe that's 26,000? No, 36. So we'll hit him a few more times. I'll scan him just to make sure of my level. Now, sometimes, this guy in particular, when you're trying to go ahead and devour, you'll actually have to raise his HP so that you can hit him again, just to lower his HP a certain amount. Okay, so he's down to 27. So let's hit him a couple more times. 27, that'll drop him down to 19. Should drop him down to 9. So we're just going to have Rinoa hit him again. And then we should be able to go ahead and devour him. Okay, Rinoa's Meteor. And there we go, we successfully devoured him. And now if we look at Rinoa, when the screen is finished, Fury Fragments, Rinoa's HP is now up to 9,999. Now I could do it with Irvine and Squall. I could stay here and just try to find Ruby Dragons over and over and over again. Irvine, it wouldn't be too bad because he would only need, was that 7 Ruby Dragons? That's still quite a bit. So what I'm going to do is just make an executive decision here. We're going to go ahead, take your speed boost off, HP plus 20. Squall, take your speed boost off, HP plus 20. And you can see their speed drops. It's still over 100, so that's still pretty crazy as far as speed goes. So maybe for Irvine I will, in fact, off-screen, take care of those 7 Ruby Dragons to max out his HP. For right now, I'm fine using the HP plus 20 and HP plus 30. Squall would need way too many Ruby Dragons for me to care about. So that's just showing you how you can boost your HP. So there's a couple more. So I've covered Vitality, I've covered Strength, and I've covered HP. Now there's 2 more stats we can boost. We can boost our wonderful old friend Spirit. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then we can also boost Magic. Neither of these I particularly care enough to boost all the way up to 255. If I wanted to, I could. But the simple fact of the matter is, I'm high enough for what I need to do. So here we are, on the island closest to heaven. And if you remember, on the island closest to hell, you actually can encounter Malboros, but they're a lot more prevalent here on the island closest to heaven. Now, one huge thing I want to do, and you'll see why. So we'll Junction Squall. We're going to go to Ability. We're going to remove Magic, and we're going to attach Draw. So we'll just run around, find ourselves a Malboro. Okay, so finally, here's a Malboro, and Odin didn't show up like he did on the first one and automatically kill him. Okay, Bad Breath is cast. So real quickly, make sure everyone uses a remedy on themselves, and that's one thing you need to plan for when you do this is, unless you want to take pain off and put break on, but then you're going to have to deal with poison, you're pretty much going to have to go ahead and have a stockpile of remedies. Okay, so first things first, we're going to cast Doom Train simply for the Vitality 0. So there we go, we got Vitality 0, and of course he's going to cast Bad Breath again. You're going to be using a lot of remedies in this fight, so I'll probably edit some of this out. But I swear, so every single time that I'm recording, it takes me forever to find a Malboro. Every single time I'm not recording, I find one literally the first step off on this island. I don't get it, I don't know what it is. Okay, now that everyone's going to be remedied up, we could attack him, or we could go ahead, draw Demi from him, and just cast it on himself. Because a Malboro has a lot of HP, so Demi should do a good amount of damage. 9999. Now, he shouldn't use Bad Breath too many times. You will have to cast Remedy on yourself a few times. Now, the one issue with Malboro also is, if we go to Magic and we use Scan on him, level 100, unknown HP. So we're pretty much gonna have to just constantly do this over and over. It's gonna take time. What I've found to be a good time to make sure that you Devour is when you're getting consecutive readings in the hundreds. That's usually when his HP is low enough, because Demi is supposed to basically half or quarter your HP. However, with the Malboro, sometimes you're not going to get exactly half, so you might think you're low, when really you're not. So I'm going to do this over and over, and I'll be back once it's time to Devour. Remember, just keep drawing Demi from him, just keep casting on him, and when he uses Bad Breath, make sure to use your remedies to take the break or poison off all of your party members. Okay, so the Malboro has now had 2 consecutive Demis cast on him in the hundreds, so we're going to try to Devour. And we did! We devoured him! So just keep casting Demi until you get consecutive castings in the hundreds. Now, one thing to show you real quick. I didn't show you before, but if we look at Renoa, you can compare it to an earlier screen if you want. Her spirit's gone up 1. So, I mean, do I want to do this 75 times to increase her spirit up to 255? Not really. Do I want to do it 105 times with Squall? Not really. Or, just under 100 with Irvine? Not really. However, one thing I am going to do, because there's one more spell I want to show you, one more attribute that we can level up by 1 permanently. So real quickly, I'm going to junction Death onto everyone's status defense, because there are Toramas in the area, and they can kill us all, and that wouldn't be fun. Also, real quick, because we're on the island closest to heaven, and we're a little far away from our ship, Encounter None will help. So Squall, you can get Death as well. And you'll get Pain as well. And Irvine, you can get Death as well. Everyone gets Pain. Yeah, if Pain's not on your defense, it should probably be on your attack. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hop into the Ragnarok, and we're going to head to Tyr's Point. Now, this is very important. Stop right here. Do not fly into the Lunatic Pandora, or you will trigger the events to end the game. And just run into Tears Point on foot. So we're just going to run down here, because this is where I encountered him on my playthrough. So we'll get down to about here. Real quickly, I'm going to take Encounter None off Rinoa. Put Auto Haste back on. And I'm just going to run around until I encounter the enemy to boost your magic by 1. In fact, I'll be nice. So Rinoa's magic is 255, you're not going to be able to see it. So maybe, you know what? Because it's the last one, I'll take Eden off you, Rinoa. So you can get item back, and let's see. Let's see, if 90... Irvine's 84, I'll give him Eden. There we go, Irvine has Devour now. So let's just run around, hopefully we can encounter the enemy. And actually, I thought about it, and I decided I'm going to remove Pain, because when I tried this earlier as well, the poison actually killed the enemy before I could successfully devour. And I don't want that to happen now, so... Okay, and here is Behemoth. You remember this one wonderful friend from the Deep Sea Research Center? Well, everyone can get a little bit of Doom Train. Oh, and you're going to heal us with Tornado, thank you. So the imps are annoying, so you want to take care of the imps. Oh, Rinoa's blind. How about that? So like I said, the imps are annoying, so you want to take care of them. Also, I think we want to take either Curse or Poison maybe off of the Behemoth. Maybe not, we'll see. Okay, so now real quick. Scan him real quick. So he has 65,000 HP. Alright, let's hit him. So that's 6,000. That's 14,000. 19. Well, roughly 20. 25. Hit him once more, and let's see here. What do I have? I have an antidote, which I'm going to want to give him. Cure him of poison. And I don't know how to cure him from his break, or from his curse, so I gotta take care of this rather quickly. Let's see, how much HP does he have left? Okay, he's down to 15,000, so I'm actually gonna do this, maybe not the smartest way in the world. Why don't you have a remedy? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna cure you from break, because we're nice. Now, because I cured his Vitality 0, what we're going to do is we're going to put Doom Train back on him. So that'll put all the status effects back on him. But they'll be, they'll have more time. And I think he's probably getting to the point where we're going to be able to devour him. Yeah, he's at 2,000... HP. So real quickly, Irvine's turn's gonna come around. You better devour him. And a successful devour. Clear head. So now if we look at Irvine's magic is up to 85, so the Behemoth will grant you 1 magic. So that's it, with the exception of our party member and the Poo-Poo. That's everyone that you can devour to gain stats from. So, even if you weren't planning on devour, I hope this helped you. You know, maybe you'll be at, you'll have a situation where one of your characters has 9,991 HP, and you don't want to go ahead and waste a whole ability slot on HP plus 20. So you can do what I did, find a ruby dragon, devour it, and you'll be all set. So, if you guys like this video, if it helped you, go ahead, smash that thumbs up. And believe it or not, we're actually getting really close to, the end of the game. I got 1 or 2 things left to do, and then we're gonna fly into the Lunatic Pandora right here, and that starts the events of the end of the game. So I'm just gonna fly away. Yeah, so like I was saying, if you guys like this video, smash the thumbs up. If you have any questions, just, ask me. And I will see you guys next time.